Lunch of Champions, Fireball whiskey and tortilla chips. Yum, yum.
Oh, I just burped up the Fireball.
Instead of doing shots and having chips and salsa, why not do it together?
Yeah, that was my thought.
Save yourself a step.
I just thought like Fireball salsa sounded like it would go together, but then when I tried to make Fireball salsa, it wasn't terrible.
It was really good.
And I do think I actually got a buzz because I put a lot of Fireball in that.
You did. It was a little too strong in the Fireball, but I think the flavors and the ingredients you started out with were super good. This is basically your recipe, just kind of the method is a little different.
I did think of the mangoes and the apple and the lime and the jalapeno. I didn't put onion in mine. I didn't think onion and Fireball would go well together.
You don't think it will, but we're gonna roast the vegetable. Okay, so let's just get started. You're gonna start on the onion. We just need half of this, just large dices, and I'm gonna get started on the fruit.
You're making me do the onion?
You get to do the jalapeno too. Don't rub your eyes.
He's giving me all the hard ones. Oh, you're just doing a mango.
Hey, sometimes in life we have to do things we don't want to do. So while I'm cutting this apple, I'm gonna explain what you're doing. So I'm gonna dice this up.
Okay.
And everything doesn't have to be small, perfect dices and pretty. We're going to...
How do you want me to cut this? Chop it or slice it?
We only need half the onion, large chunks.
I'm getting like flashbacks to this video we filmed taste testing hot sauces, and it was so hot that I was literally crying on camera, and I see that in my future again right now.
Link up above. Oh, I shouldn't wave a knife around. A lot of this is gonna get blended up in the food processor.
I was trying to think what would go like good with Fireball, which is like cinnamony. So apple and mango sounded really good to me.
Yeah.
But I still wanted like a spice kick for the salsa, which is why I did jalapeno too.
That's what I like about Fireball is even though it's cinnamon, it's like that hot cinnamon, not like that sweet cinnamon.
Just to give you background, I was supposed to produce this segment, which I would say I produced it 45% and Christopher produced it 55%, and I tried it 2 different ways, and it was okay, but it wasn't great. And so Christopher, who's the culinary genius, took over and made it better.
But it needed a little bit more sweetness, so make sure you're using super ripe mangoes. And use a really sweet apple. I think these are just like the red like gala apples.
Do you want jalapeno seeds?
I like to keep the seeds in there. You can always remove the seeds if you don't want the heat. So the only differences with this version is that we added onion, and I thought that was good because we're gonna char this up underneath the broiler because it added a little bit more sweetness from the onion. And once you cook them, it gets like
oh, because these are sweet onions, they're not red onions.
Yeah.
I just need you to give me credit for how good my cutting was.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Thank you.
I guess I'll do the tomatoes with you since I'm already done. Look at me,
I'm sorry.
flying through my task.
I'm sorry, I had onion and jalapeno, kind of dangerous.
I'm just juicing some lime over these mangoes and apples. That way the apples don't turn brown while we're waiting on the rest of the ingredients.
I didn't know that tip.
I cut them in half, and then you wanna do this. Squeeze out the juice and the seeds, because you don't want that extra moisture in the seeds in your,
So culinary. I've never juiced a tomato before.
No, yeah, it's just too much extra liquid. It's about 2 cups of tomatoes, depending on what kind of tomatoes you get.
Did you know that I am allergic to tomato seeds? So this is real ideal for me.
This works for you.
You can't have them raw.
Nightshades.
I'm actually, my lips are swelling right now, and my breathing is getting a little tight.
No, EpiPen. I'm gonna EpiPen you.
No,
I want to EpiPen
I'm fine.
you so
I'm
bad.
fine. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I feel better.
I need a spoon.
I'll
and
get it.
a paper towel.
I'll get it. Doctor, here's the spoon. Oh, we have to
Clean hands
sanitize
first.
your hands. Wait, let's talk in accents the rest of the time. All right, so what do we do next?
There we go. We're making some salsa.
Just kidding. Let's stop now.
Okay, here comes the fun part.
Shut. I always dance in every single video.
Shots of Fireball.
Thank you.
The little piece of apple is still in there. And
Oh, freehand in it.
Yeah. So in the recipe I tested, it was about 3 to 4 ounces of Fireball. Always go a little bit less, and then you can add some more at the end after you taste it and it's all come together, just to make sure you like it and that you want it a little bit more boozy. This is definitely for a fun, like, adult party. Make sure there's no kids there, they don't eat this, or make 2 versions, one without the Fireball, one with.
My mom served my sister and I Mike's Hard Lemonade for dinner one night because she didn't know that there was alcohol in it.
Oh, God.
And I was like 3/4 of the way done. My sister, who was like 6, was half of the way done. And my sister was like, this tastes funny. I said something where my mom was like, oh, oh my God. And she checked it and realized there was alcohol in it and then took it away. We never got it again until we were, 21, 18.
Thank you. So a little bit of salt and olive oil is all you'll need on this. Easy! Ooh. Just a little sprinkle over the top. And always add salt at the end too if you want a little bit more salt. Give this a little mix with your hands. All right, so this is gonna go under the broiler for about 20 minutes on high. And all you're looking for is not to cook this. You just want some char on the top. You just want some brown bits, char it up, sweeten up the onions a little bit, char up the tomatoes.
Great, so we'll take a 20-minute Fireball drinking break. Okay, bye.
Trying to do a burp. Now that we've enjoyed 20 minutes of Fireball.
We didn't have any, I know I'm a really good actress.
Let's get to blending. This is the fun part. This is what your ingredients will look like once you char them up. Doesn't take very long, about 20 minutes. Smells good, doesn't it?
Ooh, it does. It smells so good.
All right, so all this goes in there. Obviously, I prepared and provided a spoon. Pulse this just a little bit, just to get it going before I add the fruit.
You had a good beat going.
And then add the fruit, your little bit of lime.
The Fireball fruit.
While I'm pulsing this, would you chop up just a little bit of cilantro?
I love cilantro.
If you're not a cilantro fan, you could leave it out. I don't know why you would.
I don't understand people who say cilantro tastes like pickles and stuff.
It's the soap people. It's the cilantro soap people.
That's so
true.
weird how we all have different taste buds like that.
So just keep giving this a pulse until it's your desired consistency. I like it kind of chunky, but if you like a thinner salsa, go ahead and just puree the heck out of this. It'll still taste the same, but I like the little bit of texture. And the apple provides like a little bit of crunchiness, which I like as well. All right, let's pulse in some of the cilantro. I like cilantro.
Me too, and we're the only
What you could do is reserve some, take some of this out, put it in a bowl, and then put some more cilantro in. So if you want to make a version without cilantro, let's see. There's something really good about fruit salsas. They're like really refreshing, they're really bright. That little bit of sweetness from the fruit, extra tasty. It's something different than your regular salsa.
Yours is so good. All you did was char the stupid vegetables.
Yeah, just a little bit of char on there, like gives it like a depth of flavor.
I'm so mad I can't take all the credit for this recipe. Voila.
Voila, frickin' la.
Oh my gosh, this is so heavy.
I know, the thing weighs like 30 pounds. And here's our salsa.
Yum! It's seriously so good.
Use quality ingredients and you can't go wrong.
This was really easy.
And cleanup's pretty minimal, I guess. At the end, you can add a little bit more lime, a little bit more salt. Holy moly, this is gonna fly everywhere, isn't it? This is a fun one, Lauren.
Yeah, you did so good.
Thank you. You did so good.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks for the inspiration.
I started, you finished.
Spiked salsa is something super unexpected that you can serve at a party.
It doesn't taste overwhelmingly boozy since it's Fireballs, and the fruit makes it really refreshing. So like hot summer days, this is still really good for. And you can put it on burgers.
Yeah. This would be so good, like as a side dish or a condiment.
Sausage.
Garnish on. And there we are, Fireball salsa. So this does get better if you like refrigerate it a little bit. It's good right now, but the more it sits, the better it's gonna get. Just give it a quick stir before you serve it, and it's delicious.
I love it. Make some Fireball salsa, y'all. 4th of July is just around the corner. Heck, so is Father's Day, so is barbecue days, birthdays.
Back to shots.
Huh? Oh, okay. I won't say no.
It's after hours.
It is.
We're filming this at like 6:30, so goodness. Woo! I like how you're refreshed and I'm like, it's the shoulders. My shoulders want to come out and play.